Those low emotions trigger a lot of lower thought feelings. And as a result, our energy signature is out of sync. Now see the quantum field, whatever is our signature is what we go and access. So whenever we change the vibration of the body, then we are changing our future. Because we are going and then putting a different signature, and hence when you create something new. So by default, when we go in elevated emotion, we are changing the vibration of the body into what? Into something higher, something that feels great for us. So we're changing the vibration of the body by our heart producing the magnetic charge, the mind, which is thoughts, producing the electrical charge. So electromagnetic signatures, that is the vibration that we are changing. And as a result, every time we go into elevated emotion, we are changing our vibration energy, and then as a result, we're attracting that more of it into our life. It's today, of course, when we are elevated, we feel good about it right now. Naturally, that art is making us feel one with everyone now, but it is what it's becoming a new reality. It will become a new reality. Generally, it has been considered that heart you can't control because it's all environment, people are triggering. But now we know that we understand that by relieving an emotion, also you can bring back, and slowly we got to train, like becoming empty mind, we got to train our brain over a period. Same way we can also train our heart to relive that emotion, so that we go into the natural higher states. And because as we change the vibration, every time we're trying to attract the same into our life, and so we're attracting those oneness, good things, and then as we are attracting them, they're also going to the higher states by default. We become very compassionate. We feel one with everyone. It's going to happen. It has to happen because we're changing the signature, body vibration. That's why the gratitude is one thing about current. Yes, I don't feel the difference with others, so that's one thing, but it's also changing the body signature. When I say body, when you say elevated, you got to feel. You don't feel the normal level of the body. For example, when you go onto the dining table, and then if the food is normal, then your expression is normal, right? Okay, so yeah, good food. Warning, food is good. If the taste is like super, then I say, wow, this is great. I love this food today. There is a difference. So we need to go into that signature. When you are doing that, when you change that, when you go into the elevated emotion, then you are thinking, you're feeling beyond the body. You call it feeling beyond the body. Normal feel of the body versus feeling beyond the body. Just the way you have an intent which is greater than your normal thought, visionary, exciting, clear, that is greater than the way mind thinks. So your signature will be something different than what you're coming out of the mind. Same way of body feeling also greater than the way body normally feels. You got to feel that elevated. So when you do that, then we are clearly sending a different signature. We're changing clearly the vibrations, and so different signatures are going into the quantum field for manifestation. Of course, when we go into the elevated heart, then naturally, I said, it is going and making the brain coherent pretty quickly. It moves the brain into that theta and delta states pretty quickly. So it is helping our mindfulness meditation, definitely, breath meditation. That's a different function. Then the third thing, when we are going to elevated emotion, because see, our cells, the cell membranes are always constantly receiving information. So whatever the field that you have is what you're telling the cells, right? Now your thought and feeling is what's going into the cells, and they receive and then work in a way. And the research has shown that people who do this heart opening around meditation regularly, just over 5 days, if they do it right, they're seeing higher immunity levels, that are immunoglobulin, IgA, that IgA levels have gone up. So that means you're building more immunity. Being in higher states, because the thalamus gland right behind that heart, right there, it is very connected to the heart, which is playing an important role in this immunity. So the IgA levels have gone up. IgA is the one which is helping to create more antibodies, as well as transformations of them into whatever that you want it to be as cells. So when we are into elevated heart, then we are sending a different signal to the body, in the body. And so they are expressing new genes, and so expressing new proteins, expressing the genes in a different way, and expressing and hence producing new protein, building and increasing the immunity in many different ways. So that's immediate another benefit by when you're going to elevated hearts, because it's all feeling. Thought and feeling are the ones that's going in and sending that information as signature, and that's what cells are receiving constantly. So body biology changes constantly, because if you go into this elevated heart state and elevated thought state, first empty the thought in your Anapanasati, first part. Second part, we go into elevated feelings and go into elevated thoughts. We're going to learn that next week. Manifestation and power of thought. We're going to learn that whole of next week. So that emptying from the past and then filling up with something what we exactly want. Now, when we say that we change the future, we create a new future, we want to create a new future by having a different thought, but certainly having a different feeling in our body. And that's what we're doing, friends, from day one. So heart elevation is a good process to add to a meditation, which we are doing, and then practice it. Practice it. So relax yourself. Today we have guest sharing, and also we have Katkins I will share after the meditation. And so we'll close the session with that. Today is a business professional sharing. So we'll have Divya from Narimpalli from Austin, I think Austin or Houston. She's going to come and she's going to be sharing with us. So relax yourself, dear friends. First, let's go into our meditation. Sit comfortably. Darken your room. For those of you joined new, the process of meditation is simple. Throughout the process, we are closing our eyes and crossing our legs at the feet with specs removed. For the heart opening, heart elevation process at the beginning, we're going to keep our hands on the chest area. And with our eyes closed, we will be, and for the existing people also, we'll be enhancing the process. So we'll be observing a breath. At the same time, we'll observe and put our attention on the heart. So observe the breath, and while simultaneously put your attention on the heart center, your sacred heart. So with your hands on the chest area, observe the breath, and then put your attention on the heart too. We can do it. We can put our attention on multiple things at the same time, awareness, because it can be in many places. And then take a long, slow breath, relaxing breath, relaxing, whatever that means. So chest has to come up and all that is not there. Long, slow breath is something that's relaxing. As you breathe in, as you observe, you put your attention on the breath as well as on the heart. And as you breathe, take those 2, 3, 4 breaths. In that first 2 minutes, I think I'm talking about that. Remember, breathe in slowly, and then feel your heart. Feel that heart with the breath energy. Some people will feel breath energy is that felt there. Now, that energy is felt in the form of tingling sensation, whatever some people feel it. If you don't feel, it's fine. But don't feel the energy, it's fine. But you can generally, when I say feel your heart, locate it. That no, there is that thing which is when you hold it, you probably will feel that, okay, there is that which is expanding and contracting. Right now, you could feel, that beat may be heard. So feel your heart. And then I say, fill up your heart with love and gratitude or compassion, any of those emotions. Bring those emotions from recollecting a past event or extending it to someone in your life right now. Okay. Either way, you do that. So during this heart elevation process, we're observing our breath, observing our heart with hands here. It goes for 5 minutes around. Follow my guidance completely for those of you who are new. And then after that, then we change into Anapanasati breath meditation, which is your eyes are still closed with no specs, legs are still crossed, and then fingers just move into this state, hands move into this state, and then rest your hands comfortably in your lap, in your position. So with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rested comfortably in your lap, and then observing your normal, natural breath. That's it. We observe the breath, and then our goal is to empty the mind. When we observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. With that, dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. Keep your attention on your breath. And breathe slow, long, relaxing breath. And rest your attention on that sacred heart while you continue to observe your breath. Feel your beautiful heart with that long, slow, relaxing breath. As you observe the breath and as you rest your attention on your heart, breathe more and feel the seat of all emotions. Which is connecting all life with its love energy, with compassion, gratitude, joy, appreciation. Can you feel the love energy, compassion energy inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of compassion. Feel more of that energy and allow to expand that beautiful heart. All life is one in this quantum field of energy. That is the non-dual nature of this creation. There is only one heart in this universe, and love is the way. Gratitude and compassion are the way to become one with everything and everybody. Can you feel that love energy become one with all things and everybody. Can you radiate that energy beyond your body? Onto every corner of this planet Earth. Energy is non-local. Energy is non-linear. Feel that love, that compassion inside you. All around you. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. In this meditation, we are mindful of our natural breath for the whole duration. With your eyes closed, observe your peaceful, tranquil, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Our goal is to empty our mind. Our goal is to become one with our emptiness, all pervading. And become whole again. just by observing our intelligent, connected, normal in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends, our mind becomes empty and we slowly merge into that emptiness. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in the mind. As you observe the breath, allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself to completely forget everything about yourself. Your past, your future, your family, your friends. And become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to completely become empty of all thoughts in your mind as you're becoming one with your breath. And as your mind is becoming empty, can you feel that emptiness inside of you? Can you become aware of that emptiness all around you, around your body, occupying your room? Become one with that emptiness. Become one with your breath and one with that emptiness. Dear friends, inside you, all around you, become aware of that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, in no space and in no time. Allow yourself to go deeper into this emptiness of no body. That's energy. That's quantum energy field with infinite possibilities and unlimited opportunities, where everything is connected to everything else. This field has no time, no space. Allow yourself to stay connected to that energy. And tune in to the abundance of mystical energies, healing energies, miraculous energies, love energy, or whatever that you can become aware of. Stay aware of these energies, of this emptiness, as no body, as no thing. And remember, this is beyond your body, beyond your life. Allow yourself to completely become one with your breath and merge into this emptiness of no body and no thing. This is the field of unknown, the field of unpredictable. The longer you stay empty, the more you receive that uncommon into your physical reality. Stay present with that emptiness as pure awareness. And experience the wholeness of every body and everything in this field. Go deeper and deeper. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude for living this beautiful life and exploring consciousness at this time. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this life. Can you be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding our wisdom? Be grateful to all the people in your life for being mirrors and enabling us to learn so many things. Your family, your friends, your partners, your colleagues, everybody. Be thankful to this grand nature for being such an integral part of our life and for making our life so beautiful. For those birds, the fish and the animals, for being very unconditional and expressing their love. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, all the systems that we have that support our life in many ways. Be grateful to yourself for taking care of you, for taking care of others. And finally, be deeply grateful to this intelligent universe for allowing us to live this so much more in this life, allowing us to create a beautiful new future for ourselves. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा
Relax your body.
दुःखभाग् भवेत्.
Feel your body.
शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Relax and let the autonomous nervous system process this energy into the body. And as you relax, recollect your experience from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes. Okay, that's great meditation. Thank you so much for joining this beautiful group meditation. Very powerful. And as you relax into the energies, let's listen into one of the business professionals at a senior meditator. So I'll ask Sheetal to introduce Divya.
Hello, friends. We have Divya from Dallas, Texas to share her meditation journey. By profession, Divya is
Sheetal, 2 minutes about yourself.
okay.
How are you enjoying life with meditation?
I am really blessed that meditation is in my life. I have been doing meditation from 2010. Ever since I started meditation, my life has become so meaningful, so happy, so joyful. I'm really thankful for this meditation. I am able to balance my family life, work life, as well as community life. All of them I'm really enjoying, and I'm feeling so purposeful after I started doing meditation. Thank you.
Thank you.
So today we have Divya from Dallas, Texas to share her meditation journey. By profession, Divya is a physiotherapist. Divya started her meditation journey when she was 16 years old. Meditation, reading right spiritual books, and Sajjana Sangatya helped her excel in academics as well as in her professional. She is force behind Meditation Magic newsletter and YouTube channel. Her only goal is to spread the teachings of meditation to one and all. She is a mother of two kids, still doing so much work for the community and society, which is inspiring many. Let us all hear from her about her transformational journey and how she is balancing her family life, work life, and service activities. Welcome, Divya. Divya, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you, Chandra sir. And thank you, Vani madam, for having me here today. And hello, friends. My name is Divya. I'm joining you guys from Dallas. And I feel so thankful for the internet today, which is helping us to connect with you all. I see so many people here. I know you're guys from all over the world. It's a very wonderful thing that we're going to connect today. That's only because of the internet. I feel very fortunate about that. And I'm here today to share my experience, my whole spiritual journey, and how I started and where I'm now. And my spiritual journey started when I was 16 years old. And that was a time I moved away from my parents to join a boarding school for better education. And the stress and the expectations and the fast-paced learning system took a toll on me. I felt very stressful. I was unable to sleep at night. I had fear of examinations and many phobias. So as within few months, nothing seems to be interesting. I lost interest. I lost my self-confidence levels, and life was so boring. And within few months, I was in deep depression. So I don't know what to do. I have no direction in my life. And that was the time my mother, Padma, introduced me to pyramid meditation. I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So I used to meditate about 15, 20 minutes every day before my study hours and in between my classes. So within few months of regular meditation, I regained my confidence levels and I got interest in life. I was able to sleep better and learning has become so much fun. I used to have so much of focus and concentration. And I literally say that if you ask me a topic in my subject, I can tell you which page, which side, and where is the picture and the page number. My memory was so crystal clear. So I used to do probably once or twice, and I had so many beautiful. Um, I graduated with so many beautiful colors in my examinations, and since then, life has become more purposeful and meaningful. So next few years of my life, I read so many spiritual books. I attended many events from by PSSM masters. I met so many senior masters and asked them so many questions. And all of my questions are answered by myself within the meditation. So none of them have given the right answer to me. So I found the answers within myself during meditation. That was a wonder I really cherish even today. And later on in my life, next 4 or 5 years, whatever I learned, I used to research on the concept in depth to understand it. I experimented in so many different ways and experience the concepts, whether they are true, whether they will work for me, are they for daily life, are they going to help me in any ways. So I did experiment so many different concepts. I experienced wonderful benefits out of each and every concept I've read so far. So next, after a few years, I got married and I moved to USA along with my husband Kanishka. And being in a relationship took a toll on me physically and mentally. And every day felt like a scary roller coaster ride. Life used to go up and down, up and down. At one point I felt, okay, I can't take it anymore. I have to quit. I have to go back to my parents. I have to go back to India. Then somehow I felt, okay, no, let me try, give it a few more days, few more years. Then I started to do meditation more and more. And I used to talk to senior pyramid masters from India. And with their guidance, I understood the meaning of the soul signs, so that we all choose our own life partners. Before we are born here, we choose our parents, our partners, our kids. So with that understanding, I felt, okay, if I choose my own partner, so this is meant to be my life. So I started working on myself. Every night before I go to sleep, I used to analyze, what is it trying to teach me? What is it lacking in me? How can I be better? How can I give better to my husband? So with everyday practice, with everyday analysis, I became a better person. I saw so many changes in myself. So reciprocally, my husband started changing himself. So we became good friends. Now we are proud parents of two young boys, 6-year-old son Rishi and 6 months old son Agastya. So more than we reciprocate each other very well now with whatever life has thrown to us, we complement each other. We are there for each other for every part of the life. So as I move on to my life, next challenge I had was clearing the exam to work in USA. The exam is called National and Physical Therapy Examination. It was one of the toughest examinations for the medical professions. So to clear these examinations, I used 3 spiritual concepts. One thing is thought power, intentions, and affirmations. So every time I had a fear, I have a negative thought about the examination or myself, I used to affirm myself, no, Divya, you can do it. Your memory is good. So you can work, you can study for 16, 14 hours a day. So every time I had a negative thought, I used to replace with a positive thought. So affirmations, thought power, and pyramid energy really helped me to clear the examinations. And next challenge I had was getting the dream job I want to. Despite of having all the qualifications and the work visa, I was unable to get in the job. So again, the spiritual concept that came into hand was law of giving. So I set an intention to myself, okay, if I find a job, I'm going to give 10% of my salary for the spiritual service. That was the intention I set for myself. So within few days, miraculously, friends, you don't believe this, I got into my job within few days. I got the call, I joined the job within few days. So that was the power of law of giving. So I still cherish the impact the law of giving has given to my life. And now, even now, I have been contributing as much as I can from my salary to the spiritual service. So as I move on to my life, the next challenge, next hurdle I had was uh, becoming a mom and pregnancy. So like all the women in the world, I too had fears of being a fear of labor and pregnancy, the changes that's going to be happen to my life after that. So with even with the fears, one day in meditation, I started inviting a soul, asking the soul to be my child for this lifetime. So within few months, my thought manifested it, and I became pregnant. So my pregnancy was so wonderful. I used to come in with my child, unborn child, in my womb every day. I used to talk to him and say all the good things, and I have to tell him about all the my day-to-day activities. I'm going to office. I'm going to do this. So I used to tell him everything. So I used to work full time and I used to travel a lot, about 60, 70 miles every day. So after 7th month pregnancy, it took a toll on me physically. So again, I communicated with my child that, oh, I need to have a better job. It has to be close to my home. So I set an intention. The job I'm going to find should be within 5 to 10 miles away from my home. So within 1 month, I got it into a job which is just 5 miles away from my place. And one more experience during pregnancy was in my 9th month of pregnancy, myself, my husband, and my mom were thinking of potential baby names. So Rishi was one of the name we were thinking. So after lunchtime, I was relaxing in a reclining sofa. I put my finger on my tummy and said, "Oh, Rishi is your name." Within few seconds, I got a huge movement from the belly, confirming that yes, that is my name. So I kept it to myself, and we named him Rishi. The whole delivery process and the childbirth was such a very awesome experience. I felt all the doctors and nurses are like angels. I was in no mind state throughout my delivery, and I have a wonderful baby and have a very natural delivery. And later on, I had seen many health benefits through meditation as well. I used to have migraines, and I used to have psoriasis. So with meditation, I have healed completely and also 90% of my psoriasis. So meditation has helped me in every part of my life. With every struggle I have, meditation is there for me. Meditation, spiritual knowledge are the two important factors that have transformed my life. And since I have seen so many benefits to myself, I felt like I have to give this same to the people around me. So with this motto, I started a new meditation center called Cosmic Eye Meditation Center at my home. So through this center, I have been teaching meditation to people all around me, and also a new initiative called Meditation Magic. It's a new YouTube channel. The main motto of this channel is to gather experiences in the video format and and spread the knowledge about meditation and spiritual wisdom to all the aspirants across the world. That was the main thing I'm doing right now. And one more recent initiative was we have started a new Toastmasters club called Mindful Masters Toastmasters Club. We are combining Toastmasters program with mindfulness. So these are the things I am doing right now. I have so many more experiences I can share with you. With the limited amount of time, this is in a nutshell about my life. Yeah, thank you so much, Chandra sir, for having me.
Thank you, Divya. That's Wonderful. Thank you, Sheetal and Vani Madam, for coordinating. But this is beautiful, right? Mother of 2 young children, solved her health conditions, psoriasis and
Migraines.
migraines. Migraine, oh my God, that's dreaded, right? When you get migraine, we lose half a day. And for a girl to have psoriasis, and then that's always tough thing, right? And then, but I think, the power of meditation, changing our thought and belief, just gets that. And then you're able to gain those memory powers significantly, clearing those exams in the toughest circumstances, and then finding those jobs, and then if you're looking at all those synchronicities, Divya, so that's amazing.
Thank
And
you,
I'll
sir.
tell you, you spoke several concepts. I'm sure for people it'll be new. You choose your parents, you choose your children. And you're talking to a baby, infant baby, when they're in the womb. They're all real. I mean, everything is energy, everything is works, everything is reciprocative. So as we understand, as we read some of those books, we'll understand all these concepts, friends. Nothing is accidental at all. Everything is planned. Everything is attracted by our own energy and our own thought and belief. So with that, Divya, then you working and then raising 2 children, and then on top of it, sharing your knowledge and wisdom to people around using this Meditation Magic YouTube channel. Friends, that channel has amazing quality experiences in YouTube. Meditation Magic. So people who transform themselves have given their experiences of all kinds. I believe, spoke there. So please go and then watch the channel. Great wisdom, particularly people, many of them who are living abroad, where Divya is focusing and coordinating. So she is giving selflessly. And then I would like to invite Karthikeyan sir. Karthikeyan sir, so thank you, Divya, for transforming
Thank
yourself, for not only transforming, but sharing that with everybody around. That's great. That's what we see each and every time after finish 6 weeks of program. People are inspired that how do I give this to other people around me? And that's what we see. And then I think I want to close up with Divya's experience and say, age never no bar, and then what you are going through, your job, your children. I mean, she's doing multiple things, raising children and then doing job at the same time doing this service work. They're fabulous. We have so much power in us. And when we have to talk about this, then we talk about Karthikeyan sir. His life has been full. His life has been consistently and continuously giving that selfless service without expectation. Sir, I remember you have done so many things to so many people. I know you had so many incidents of constantly helping others. And then I remember you talking about at one point even you helped our greatest actor from Indian cinema, even Amitabh Bachchan ji, in some situations, particularly I think when he had that deep injury. So could you share your experience and what does it mean to be selflessly giving?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Amazing, wonderful experience of Sheetal and Divya. Power of intention, power of thought, power of meditation, and first, faith in oneself, and you can achieve anything you want. If you are sincere, you are persistent, you have faith in what you are doing, and all that. Amazing experience. Wonderful. Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Sheetal. Yes, so many things happen in life. Faith is very important. Faith is very important. You see, in life, everybody goes through ups and downs. Nobody can say we have gone through only pleasant experiences. Challenges come. Sometimes the higher you go up, the challenges are more. There are so many experiences, but coming to only one aspect today, because I was reading the news also about the megastar Amitabh Bachchan also got virus. It doesn't spare anyone. It can happen to anyone. So that way, nobody can say I am very clever. But recalling what happened about 4 decades ago to him, and that was the time he participated in this shooting of a film called Kuri. It was in the Bangalore University campus. He was a young man, and nearly 4 decades ago we are talking about. He's 77 now. And there was a scene where the hero, that is Amitabh Bachchan, had to, I'm not using Mr., Mrs. and all that because in the story it doesn't come out well. So he was to dive over a table, attack the villain. So Manmohan Desai was the producer. So they suggested we'll have the Duke. He says, no, I can do it myself. So he dived. There was an error of judgment. Instead of landing there, he landed at the edge of the table, his stomach, and then he fell down. He became serious unconscious and all that. He was admitted in St. Philomena Hospital in Bangalore. I was in charge of intelligence at that time. The intelligence man has to be involved in everything. Whatever happens in the state, whether it's in the farmers or the workers or politics, or anything happening, anything will involve with the public, people and all that. So thousands of people gathered in the hospital because he was so popular even at that time. So his father, Harivansh Roy Bachchan, was a great poet, Hindi poet. His mother was Teji Bachchan, who was a very dear close friend of the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. So I got a request from the Prime Minister's office just to see what can be done with any assistance. In any case, crowds were also there. So I visited the hospital, St. Philomena's Hospital, and he was under treatment. He was unconscious. Then this lady was there, Jay Badri was there. His brother Ajita Bachchan, I remember Manmohan Desai, the great producer. So I spoke to them. I said, you need any assistance and all that. So I went back. I reported to the Prime Minister's office what happened, and also huge crowds even then by them. So next day morning, I went again. Before I went to the office, I visited the hospital. Crowds were there. As I entered the hospital, walking through the veranda, I met Dr. Bhatt, who was a very famous urologist from Christian Medical College Hospital in Vellore. I knew him. So he was coming the opposite side. He asked me, Mr. Karthikeyan, what brings you here? I told him. He said, then I asked him, he said, I have come for a small surgery. So when I was walking, he walked with me. In the veranda, we went to the place where Jay Badri, Manmohan Desai, they were all there standing. The room was inside. So I greeted her. She said, how is he? I said, she said, it's the same condition. There's no improvement. So she took me into the room. I told Dr. Bhatt also walked with me. I'm just telling you how the destiny plays a role. Then it was, he was lying like that, it's a tall figure lying. And she was worried. Then Bhatt asked her when it happened the day before today, 2 days earlier. Then he said, can I have a look at the X-ray? So she gave the X-ray and he looked at it, the light was dark. He said, we will watch it in the sunlight. We came to the veranda, she also came. He looked at it in the sun and they told me, pointed out a place to me. He said, there's a perforation in the intestine. There's a perforation in the intestine, the X-ray showed. But he has been, that was 48 hours earlier, so there must be a lot of bleeding. And what is the plan? They said, brother said, no, my mother is bringing a team from the Bridge Candy Hospital from Bombay. They will come we have to get the first class, all the seats to be removed because to carry, they will reach in the night. And then we'll carry him to Bombay. He took me aside, he said, I am not a specialist in this, but I can tell you from common sense, he is already bleeding 48 hours. If they are going to delay, they have to open him up immediately. Otherwise, it's risky. I don't think he will plan this journey and then another 12 hours and all that. So Jayamati was very, very, very polite, courteous. So I told her, this is what my friend says. She was saying, okay, then we'll just, what do you suggest? Then Dr. said they should open him up immediately. They would have done it to him, but because he's a VIP, normally any person, they would have opened him up the next day, yesterday. And you people have been telling you won't take him to Bombay and all that, so they don't want to touch him. He showed me, sir, no, please, whatever you decide. I said, how can you decide? You have to take it, your family has to take a decision. But then Manmohan Desai came, Ajita Bachchan brother came, he said, no, The mother is a very strong person. Everybody knows at that time. Very close to Indira Gandhi ji, Prime Minister. She said, no, you must be taken only to Bombay. But then they will take time to another 12 hours to come and go back and then do the surgery. So I said, this is what I informed the PM's office. Please advise them. I said, we have told you it's for the family to decide. I went back to my office. An hour later, Manmohan Desai, Amitabh Bachchan, all of them came to my office and said, sir, I think we will go by what you said. Bombay also we consult. They said they should work on me up immediately. So I went back to St. Children's Hospital, talked to the doctors. They said, we would have done that, but they were all telling we want to get it done in Bombay only. Otherwise, we would have done it. But once when it's, so we didn't want to take the responsibility. And they said, now they want it. So they moved him to the operation theatre. They started, then I went back to my office. So evening, they come. More crowds around the hospital. They also knew. Evening when I went, around 6, 7 o'clock, the doctors told me we had done the surgery. Surgery is successful. But beyond that, we can't say anything. So I went there and his mother had come, Teji Bachchan had come. And Jay Badri, they were all sitting in a room and mother was crying. And so I had to comfort them. I told them, I said, whatever is medically possible, physically possible has been done. Doctors say they surgery. So 50% they successful. Another 50% in the hands of God. I had to tell them. Doctors also told me that. So I told them, that's what we do. So you pray. If you have faith in this, you pray. That's all you can do. What else can you do? Surgery has been done. Recovery has to take place. Then they asked me, can you suggest a name of a temple nearby? I said, there's plenty of temples. There's a temple in which I have faith. But now you don't have to go to the temple. But you just pray that when he gets well, you bring him there. Pray. Then I mentioned the name of Rajareshwari Devasthanam on Mysore Road, where I used to go also. And there used to be a great saint called Tiruchi Swami. He's from Tiruchirappalli, but a very saintly person. He has gone through Christianity, Islam, all practices he has done. There are a few words, but yeah, people have a lot of faith in him, but he was very close to us. So we will go and say, no, just pray. Morning I went. Morning myself, I went to the temple because that was the anniversary of my father's, memorial day. So we always go to the temple, they do some puja, and we go to an orphanage and feed the children. And so morning when we were in the temple, we were going on, I heard somebody crying, falling at the field ground. Look back, that was Manmohan Desai, the producer. So he said, sir, after my son was born, my wife died. That was 30, 40 years back. Thereafter, I never stepped into the temple. I had no faith. But today, I don't want this man with great potential to die in my production. So I please appeal to the Devi, take my life and grant his life. So he was emotional. Anyhow, we did puja and then took him to that saint, Tiruchi Swami, let's call it. Then again he prostrated before him, he started crying and all that. Then we told him this position. Then Swami closed his eye. I'm just happy to what closed his eyes for 5 minutes, went into Jnana meditation, and he opened his eye. He told us that he is in critical stage now. If he survives 3 days, he has got Dirghayush. If he survives the next 3 days, he is going to live for a long time. He told me. Then this Manmohan Desai again prostrated, gave him a bundle of notes. So you do puja and all that. He said, you take your money with you. Mr. Karthikeyan is very close to me. He has brought you. And then we'll do Homa. He said, this is what we do. Humanly possible, we have done it. It's up to the divine now. We'll do immediately onwards. It's a special Homa. We'll start today. Morning and evening, all you have to do is come and participate in the Homa. Take the prasadam and give it, apply to the man, to the actor who was in the hospital. So we went to the Another ashram and fed the children. I went back to my office. Then evening I went to go and see more crowds around. It's very difficult to enter. Once I go there, Amitabh Bachchan lying, semi-conscious. By the side of the table, I found 2 photographs. One is that of the Devi and the other that of the saint. And Mr. Amitabh Bachchan had a lot of holy ash on his forehead. They're taking the prasadam and all that. So it happened for 2 days, and thereafter he had to be moved to Bombay. Mother was very keen that press should not take a photograph in that condition. But the press people, where hundreds were roaming around all the time for an opportunity. So on midnight operation, we have to shift him to the hospital through the back door. This is a special flight was landed. Chased by the media, but we did not allow any photo to be taken. They went away. So meanwhile, a couple of months later, one day I got a call from Manmohan Desai from Bombay. He said, he's all right now. He's fit enough to resume the shooting, and they are going to come to Bangalore. And both Amitabh Bachchan, there was a request, because you played a critical role in that. We want you to, and your family, to be present for the shooting, resume shooting. But I was already in Mysore. I was posted as the director of the police training college. I said, no, that morning I was passing out parade. I have to be there. I can't come. Then they requested, can we take your family, sir? I said, yes, you are welcome. So they sent my wife and the children went and saw the resume shooting. The shooting was whipped to a pillar in the Windsor Manor Hotel, and he's being whipped. That is the continuation of the shooting, which was discontinued. But then the previous day they had come, they went to the temple. They went to this milk pot, There's a tradition. Went around the temple, took part in all this puja celebrations, went to the Mahatma, that saint, took his blessings, had the prasadam there, and that happened. And this is what happened now. It was a very critical stage. Faith or whatever it is may say, it's a critical stage. He survived. The whole country, the whole world prayed for him because he was so popular at that time. Prayers were there in temples, mosques, gurudwaras, everywhere, because he was an icon at that time. So later on it happened. So a couple of times we used to meet in functions in Delhi. So they used to be, particularly she was very grateful for the role we played and all that. What I'm saying is faith has an important role to play. And accidents, anything, ups and downs can happen in anyone's life. You have to go with confidence, You have to go with confidence, and now you see what has happened in the last 40 years. He has gone higher. Now he became a real icon, megastar for all time to come. So with all that, he's lived. He's only, these are all episodes in life. One is that you should not be indifferent. I took my human aspect. It was not really part of my duty, you can say, but you get something concerned wherever possible, whoever it is, you should be concerned yourself, do your best to help them, because it may transform them. It's all ultimately destiny, all right, you can say that. One thing, and never give up. Never give up. Keep fighting for it with all sincerity. So transformation will come, opportunities will come. So you have faith in God, in any faith in divine, okay. Whether you will go to a temple or mosque or gurudwara or whatever it is, I believe in that. I have gone to all places, religious temples. I have gone to Jerusalem, Kailas Manasarovar 2 times. The holiest for the Hindus, Jains, Buddhists, and even Sikhism. But I have gone to 3 times to Jerusalem. 3 times to Jerusalem, I go to every place and all that. Ultimately, you will find the divinity is the same everywhere. But have faith in whatever you are doing it. Don't disown your own. You don't have to disown your faith. Ultimately, the paths are many. Goal is the same, divine. Ultimately, the meditation also where you take you to the divine power only. Ultimately, the power is within you that you realize it also. I think we'll stop like that here. Any questions I'll answer. Otherwise, you proceed.
Thank you, sir. That's multiple things that we can learn from this incident. So you've been, in fact, it seems to me that you have changed their decision, because you've been so, perhaps you've been vocal or whichever way that you're able to change the decision to actually help Amitabh right then and there, as opposed to waiting for longer. And of course, in this whole thing, it was not, you said, it's not your primary duty necessarily, but then you spent the whole time, you gave your time unconditionally. That showed up when 2 months later, when they asked you to come, you said, I have my duty, I have to go, not for going for a celebration, right? Your duty was there. So I think you have been so unconditionally given away, and you took the right decision, right time, because you had your instinct so strongly. And then, of course, as you said, sir, you never give up, and then anything can happen anytime. So that's what we've seen. We wish Amitabh a great, speedy recovery in this time too. Certainly, I always felt every time we looked at him, he's just done so much he inspired so many people, especially in the later part of his career. I think he's inspired so many people with his all those specific, not ads, but his
And also,
messages. Yes, sir.
and also one thing, you see, once I was traveling to Bombay, next to me was seated Abhishek Bachchan, son. So I don't know whether he was born at the time or not. Anyway, recall the episode and all that. Then he spoke to his father. He said, "Yes, I'm very grateful," and all that. Then he told me, I said, "I believe you walk to the Siddhivinayak temple, the whole family." He said, "Yes, sir. Once a year we do it. We walk from home to the temple, some few kilometers, barefooted. We go there." He said, "How do you avoid the crowd?" He said, "We leave, go at midnight or something. We go, we do it and come back, because all of us go." He said, "The whole family walks." Faith has an important role to play, very, very important role in anybody's life, in whatever religion you belong to. Don't give up faith. Ultimately, you have to have faith in yourself, all right. He said, "Walk." The morning, of course, they said, we return by car and all that.
I see.
Yeah, don't give up faith. You can have meditation, but you don't have to go away from your faith. Ultimately, it's faith in yourself.
And sir, so as we recognize that when we say that intelligence is this, that it's there everywhere, the Chaitanya, the consciousness is there everywhere, and that's what our Vedas have said too, right? So, Tattvamasi, so you are that, I am that, and then it is there everywhere, right? And so that is what we are saying, this quantum field, that intelligent quantum field, with an infinite possibility and opportunity, always paying attention, is that thing that we are going back again and again. When we connect in through meditation, we are connecting to the divine greater mind of ourselves, that faith, what you call, somebody else calls something else, but then it is in us.
No, the Vedas, Vedas said, "Aham Brahmasmi."
Yes.
You are that. That is what ultimately you realize during meditation also.
Exactly. So we, rather than giving off, I think we are becoming completely surrendering to ourselves, as opposed to leaving to somebody else and saying it's not me, but then neither do we surrender. So the Bhakti Yoga says you surrender completely, then we are absolutely there. But then few people are doing, they're doing out of fear when you're going to a temple. But if you surrender completely, some people go there in the prayer, they go so deep, they surrender completely, and then whatever they get, they take that and then implement in their life. It's fine. That's what we do in meditation too. When we become empty, we completely are surrendering. Then we receive messages. We use those messages into our life for the best possible thing, because it's always paying attention to with us. So yes, sir. So thank you. In many ways, many things we can learn from this, and then certainly never give up. And any questions that people have for Karthikeyan or for Divya, Sheetal, so you can take the questions. And friends, it's 7:30, past 7:30. So those of you who would like to leave, our session for today is ended. And so feel free to leave. Karthikeyan sir, if you are there, we might take some questions. If you're there for a little more,
I'll be here for a few more minutes. If there's any question, I'll answer them then.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Those who want to leave can leave. Otherwise, yes, we'll do a question for a little more time and then close. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Shit.
We have Raghu, sir. Sir, can you please unmute yourself? Raghu Ramalingam, sir. Sir, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
सबको नमस्कार एंड दिव्या जी का डॉक्टर कार्तिकेयन साहब का बहुत बहुत दिल से शुक्रिया है। ये हम लोग फेथ तो रखते हैं, लेकिन ऐसा सुनते ही every day when you are hearing, it is actually increasing. And my purpose is also as a grandmaster of Reiki, it is healing the people every day. Some people were contributing. जब कार्तिकेयन साहब का सुनते हैं, that belief is more, not only contributing for me, it is contributing for the universe. When you say that Aham Brahmasmi, a lot of times that ego will come. And in this today, even I am continuously doing that meditation. It is as a human being, whatever the result we are not expected getting. So I really thanks both of you. And how in some time that ego is also coming. And without ego, how we can always experience that Aham Brahmasmi. This question to Dr. Karthikeyan sir.
Where is the place for it? Yes. Where is the question of ego? Where is the question of ego? In fact, if you really believe you are Aham Brahmasmi, you should become more humble and kind and compassionate. That means you have more responsibility to the whole world.
Okay.
If you are that,
Yes, sir.
then you are obliged to the whole universe.
Wonderful, sir.
Not only to you or to your family
Yeah.
and humanity, but all forms of life and the plants. You should be more kind and sympathetic, compassionate. That should not lead to ego at all. If you are really that. That is so humble and serving. In fact, that takes care of the whole universe, all forms of life. It creates and sustains. So that should become humbler. That means we become more responsible. We have to become more service-minded. So there is no question of ego. Ego is the foundation for all negative qualities.
Yes, sir.
A person with ego neither is happy nor healthy, nor allow happiness or healthiness anywhere, in the family or outside. So that is the first quality. Ego is the enemy of being that.
Yeah. In my point, we are attached with the result. That one I want to communicate. So that ego means my karadiya, but actually I am the tool only, and God has already giving the result. So instead of attaching with the result, just being the service of the people, service of the nature. And anyhow, I
See,
will.
for example, if Chandra is doing it, it takes some effort, some time, some energy for him and his family and his team. They do it because as a matter of service they are doing it.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that I have done it. No, there is no ego in him. He is happier to serve more people. That is the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? You should be happy. To be happy, you have to be healthy. And if you are happy and healthy, to help as many others as possible. That's the purpose of life.
Yes, sir.
After all, we don't exist forever, 100 years, even it's a very short time.
Yeah.
The scale of time and space, 100 years is like this, gone. In that time, you should be happy and healthy and be of service to as many as possible.
That's right.
If you are really that.
And so, either one is a born meditator or is meditating. Mano, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, these four are there. And then through meditation, first we are transcending our 5 tattvas. Then we go in and we transcend these 4 too. Meditation, once we are emptying ourselves, we naturally are transcending Ahankara, one of that. And then Buddhi we transcend. We got to transcend the discriminative power. Chitta is the mind stuff is there. And then the decision maker. All of them we transcend through meditation because we're emptying. In service, and those who are completely gone into service, then naturally they're also lowering. And then a lot of many ways, when we do service, we lower ourselves because the service presents so much opportunity to deal with the varying situations, varying conditions. Otherwise, only compliance will be there. We are in the home, and then I don't have shoe, I keep complaining. Rumi said, I stopped complaining when I saw somebody who didn't have feet. Simple. I stopped complaining about my shoe when I saw someone who didn't have feet. So when we go take up service, is a great way of transcending ego. When we take up meditation, it's a great way of transcending ego that otherwise keeps coming up because it is also there to experience the duality. It is there to experience the duality, but it keeps coming up. But then when we are in service of others and then we are meditating, naturally we are able to definitely tame it and then tame it and tame it and keep it. So that's how I would look at Sir. And Karthikeyan Sir is a great born meditator. No wonder he is close to all masters. And we born meditators where they are, it comes naturally to you. You don't carry that. It comes natural. Service comes natural to Sir. And when you are in the service of others, you've seen all kinds of conditions. So what is the question of am I higher or lower? So thank you for asking the question, Ramalingamji.
Thank you, sir. We have Sridhar Saraswati. Sir, yeah. Sir, we can't hear you. No, sir, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't do from my side. You did it. Thank you.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Great experience from Divya. Thanks a lot for sharing it. And that reinforced the confidence in us that the meditation is the mantra for most of the issues which we face here. The second thing is, Karthikeyan sir, I know you were in a department where you would see a lot of wrong things going on across the country, and it is natural for a human that when you see something wrong is happening, you get those emotions coming up, and it's very difficult to get those out of your thoughts. So for us normal people itself, when we look at the news channels, we get so emotional, and then that carries for 2-3 days, and then it's difficult to get out of it. So how were you managing that? Because you being in such a position, and then you have the overall view of entire thing happening, and how are you doing that? I mean, it's really great to hear that experience from you.
Well, wrong things happen in every society, in every department, depends upon the individuals, and that's all. And the way is the laws, we have seen laws, police stations, courts have not been able to change the nature of human beings. So it has to start, that's why, to start with the individual, Before you start attempting to change the world, first you have to change the family, or before attempting to change the members of the family, we have to create harmony between body, mind, and soul. So it's a long story, but to put it very short, it has to start with me, each one of us, unless we become a better person, human beings, by our own practices, like meditation and all that. You cannot create a harmonious family. You just heard Divya how there were problems in the family, how they got over it. Like that, transforming the individual. That is the ultimate. You can change the whole world by only transforming the individuals now. We have seen all the laws and courts and police stations and jails have not been brought about, have not been able to bring peace and harmony in the society. There's a limit. Because if the people are not going to be there, the same people are going to man all these things. Or politicians, for example. The ultimate solution is change the individual. That is where this meditation is the ultimate remedy. That is the basis, and ultimately you have to, as Patrici says, spiritualize the world by spiritualizing the man. Change the man, then the world. You have heard the story of, your child was very mischievous all the time. So the father was very angry. A piece of paper, newspaper, he tore it into pieces. Okay, you set it right. Then, I will deal with you or give you whatever I want. Let me have some peace of mind. He thought a child will take hours together. Within 2 minutes, the child came back. He said, here it is. World map it is. How did you do it? He said, Father, look at the other side. There was a face of a human being. The child put the pieces of paper to form the face. So he said, you change the man, you can change the world. You can unite the human beings, you can unite the world. So the ultimate solution is this. I agree with you. There are a lot of problems are there everywhere. Very unfortunate things are happening. It's a sad thing. It shows the mind of the character of the society as a whole. After all, whether it's in the army or the police or judiciary or administration or politics, you will get only the type of thing depending upon the quality of the people, ultimately. So the attempt should be to create more such meditation courses, create more such masters like Chandra, dedicated to meditation. You change the person, you can reform the person. It's quite possible. We have seen Valmiki. We have seen lots of things in his, from where he came and he wrote from him. Individuals can be changed. There is nobody who cannot, nobody is a born bad person. It is the society, the circumstances, the, what they call, school, parents, the society which exposed opportunities and all that make one a good person or a bad person. So you can't condemn. That's why, Swami Satchidananda, Swami Satchidananda is one of the great masters from Coimbatore. He was a disciple of Swami, Sivananda Saraswati in Rishikesh. The long story, he was in America and Colombo, when the American producers went and learned for shooting the costume. He went to America and all that. It's a long story. But when he went to America, full of hippie movement at that time, youngsters,
Yeah.
because they saw there's no purpose in life. Either they got drug addicts or killed each other or what. It was full of that. But he became so popular with the hippies. They had what's a Woodstock festival. The only thing it happened, I've gone and seen the place. Lakhs of people gathered, all. But then, they parked all over the place. They don't wait to reach the venue. The chief guest was who? Swami Satchidananda, spiritual master from India. He became the most sought after guru of the hippies because, and then they took him by helicopter and put him on the dais. There's a very famous photograph there. He said, I don't believe anybody is a bad person. He accepted all of them. That's why he could change them. So Dr. Dean Ornish, he was wanting to commit suicide. He had told me, he has written, your books are there. Because what's the purpose of life? But his friends told him, don't do it. No, I'm going to die. Then they took him Swami. Then Swami Satchidananda said, everybody is created with a purpose. Everybody will die. I will also die. You will also die. But let it happen after you have gone through life. He said, no. He said, you come for 7 days for the satsang, then you decide. 7th day, he changed his life, changed his mind, became a student of medicine, became a very eminent cardiologist. The man was committing suicide. In my life also, I have a lot of episodes where people have committed suicide. We have to spend a lot of time with them to change their mind. All that. So that is the purpose of life, is to be of use to everybody. The Swami converted so many people, accepted all of them, and he didn't convert people. And he created a all-religious temple called Lotus Yogaville, it's called now, in Virginia. All-religious temple. People followed all religions. He became an icon. So everybody can be changed. We need more of meditation centers that is not secular. You don't have to say you must follow this religion. It's left to them. If they are born in religion, let them follow their own faith, because they traditionally, it's nothing wrong with that. You can go. That's why Swami said, paths are many, goal is the same. They say roads are many ultimately for Rome. Go anywhere you can reach Rome. Let people choose their path. But ultimately, you want to have harmony, peace, health, everything individually, family, or society. The simplest acceptable yoga, the world has accepted yoga. The whole Yoga means not only Hatha Yoga, doing physical asanas, which is very important, but the essential part is also pranayama and meditation. That here Anapanasati combines these two things. So create more meditation masters, more meditation centers, bring in more people for meditation. Maybe the next generation at least will have peace everywhere. Slowly it will change. Prithviji's aim of Jam Jagat may happen one day.
Golden age is being formed by 2030, sir. Many spiritual masters have said that.
We hope with people like you, I think it will happen.
With all of us, sir. Without you, they wouldn't have been reached to so many. So we're all collectively doing this, sir. So thank you. And beautifully shared. Yes, every time I hear about such centers, I feel like going there. I think Sheetal is closest to that Virginia center. Should go to the Yoga Well and experience that center, Sheetal.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
I will definitely go to that center.
Yoga Will. It's the name. Government of America has named that whole place as a Yoga Village.
I see.
Officially, Yoga Will, the word is there. And then all people of all religions sit together. It's a very beautiful concept. There, somebody reads Quran, somebody reads Bible, somebody reads, all the religions. Ultimately, they like very beautiful concept.
Yes.
They light a candle also. The beam, from each religion, the beams ultimately merges into a beautiful thing. They say, ultimately, it is all the same.
Yes. That's what we see in Pyramid Valley. In Pyramid, we see a lot of all faiths come, because there isn't anything that the meditation we're doing, there isn't no religion here, right? So all faiths come and they accept Pyramid as a beautiful universal temple, if you will. And we see in Christians, we see Muslims, of course Hindus, and then Jains, and everybody is coming there and then meditating together. So that's why Patriji calls it a symbol of unity, symbol of secularity, and of course, and then it's a more stable structure. So Pyramid is a beautiful way that way it brings all the faiths together, sir, very easily with this meditation. Yes, Sheetal, do we have anybody else? I think we've taken some time of Karthikeyan, sir, so that's great. We can close
that's
that.
all we have.
No, Prem Singh sir wants to talk.
Prem Singh, sir, okay. Sheetal, you found?
It's there.
Sir is right on the screen only. Okay,
Yes,
sir, you unmute yourself.
Yes. Now I'm now able to unmute myself. Yes, thank you. Karthikeyanji, it's always a pleasure to listen to you. You always enlighten, and you have such a vast experience of meeting people, and you have such an excellent memory of all those names. I just wonder sometimes, and it is my passion that whenever I meet personalities like you, I make them my ideal, and then I just always believe in me that if he can do, I can also do. If he has got a memory, I can also have my memory like that. But you have got an excellent memory. Today it was very enlightening. I must request you, Karthikeyanji, you must write a book of your life, and it will be a great reading. Like I read one book that was autobiography of a yogi. I think that was for Yoganand. He wrote that, and it was really very good, very good. I think you can also write a book, and it will be a great reading for everyone. Thank you so much, Karthikeyanji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nigra sir. I am only 80 plus. I had much better memory. Slowly, I feel. I realize with aging, you don't remember dates. I don't remember the dates. I don't remember the names. Incidents I remember, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, sir. So now we're going to reverse it. Now we are reprogramming, so we're going to reverse it to the meditation.
Like the reversing heart disease by Dean Ornish.
Yes.
Yes.
Change your lifestyle, do meditation and yoga, adopt non-fat vegetarian diet. Then he says, your heart blocks are reversed. The
Yes.
famous book.
The knowledge book,
They
sir?
proved it. With Swamiji's guidance, he did it, and he has proved it. Blockchain, and then we said the same thing in the Global Health Hospital of Mount Abu, with Dr. Abdul Kalam was in the advisor to the Defense Ministry, and I used to go with him. The same system of Dr. Dean Ornish was adopted there, where Dean Ornish did it in hospital conditions. Here, people came from various parts of India with blocks. They went through it, but they went back to their own life's work, and they also, we approved it, and the heart blocks can disappear without surgery also. It's possible. Reversing age, not necessary. Why should you become younger, Chandra? You
Why?
should look your age. There's
Why
a lot
should
of
we?
grace. With aging, you add grace.
No, sir.
You may lose beauty, but you may add grace.
No, we add grace, but we utilize the time for living the purpose even more. That's why when I say younger at heart, but yes, the age gives the grace, but younger at heart.
Yeah,
Yes.
So you have the body
So
working for your money.
I refuse to dye my hair. They say, sir, every time they say you dye your hair, you look 30 years younger. I said, no, I want to look my age.
I'm going to stop dyeing at some point, sir.
Oh, you're dyeing?
I don't dye.
Oh, but so jet black hair, I used to envy you.
Age is real, but the color is not.
Till my age of 60, I didn't have a single gray hair.
Okay.
But then, go through knocks in life, here and there and all that. And the investigation of Rajiv Gandhi case, of course, brought in a lot of gray hair to me, and thereafter, personal life also, something happens. It's okay, doesn't accept it. Accept aging with a grace. Aging is very, very important. Aging only, without people getting aged, you will not have so much wisdom in the world today.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, friends. So we'll meet tomorrow morning again at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much, sir, for that beautiful experience. And then Divya is still there. I think Divya might have left. Too late for her.
Thank you,
But
everyone.
Divya is there. Excellent, Divya. It's been nice to know. I will listen to your experience today fully.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Your channel is great. I looked at some 2-3 more experiences I heard last time when you sent me a link. So it's nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
doing
you for
great,
having me here. Vani, Madam, Chandra, sir, Sheetal, thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Chandraji. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Premji.
You are